The second chapter in the 10th verse, it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." All right, it's talking about us, man. Us who are the Israel of the Most High, or us who are the hopeful elect. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, man. That's why, once again, we making this statement again. We're pilgrims on the earth, man. All right. And also, too, a quick fact, you had the so-called Native American Indians that were here residing in America. All right. And they were nomadic tribes. Now, if you know anything about being a nomad is somebody that travels from place to place. All right. So that's how you know so-called Native American Indians, Gad and Reuben, that they're also a part of the nation of Israel. Okay. Which that's another topic for another video. So it said, "Rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Why is that? Reading on, it said, "Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction." All right. So this land that we're residing in, man, we made this place our rest, it's gonna destroy us, man. All right. Literally. Okay. By way of thermonuclear fire. So, with that being said, I want to go back to the definition of word pilgrim, right? Let's see. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, it's like I gotta put the phone down again. All right, Salakia, for the brief intermission. Now, back at the word pilgrim, right? It says pilgrim, crusader, foreigner, stranger. Now, I looked at the word crusader, right? Or crusade, which comes out of the word crusader. It says crusade and one who crusades, right? And that says to mark with a cross. All right. To mark with a cross. Now, that cross is actually the last Hebrew character in the Hebrew alphabet. All right. Or should I say the last Hebrew character in the glossary? Where it really is not. It's not an alphabet. Alphabet comes from the Greek. But that last character of the Hebrew glossary is the tha, right? Tha, which is in shape of an X. Okay. So we're also falls behind that word pilgrim is a crusader. All right. Now I want to grab another precept. The book of Jeremiah, the 5th chapter and the 1st verse. It says, run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now and know and seek in the broad places thereof, if ye can find a man, if there be any that execute a judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. All right. And that's what we're doing, man. When we go out in the highways and byways, we're looking for that same individual that fits this description, that seek judgment, all right, that seek the truth, that execute judgment, all right. And also too, that same person is sighing and crying at the same time, man. Let me get the book of Ezekiel, the 9th chapter and the 4th verse. It says, and Yahweh Shem Yahshai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right. So that mark is let me look at that word mark. All right, so that word mark is thawa, right? Thawa, which means mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. All right. A mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. So that mark is an exemption from judgment. All right, to basically to be pardoned. All right, so we are also crusaders, which that's where you also get the word pilgrim from, man. All right, or should I say that's one of the definitions of the word pilgrim, a crusader. All right. So that's what we're doing. We're going through the midst of the city and through the midst of Jerusalem and setting a mark on the foreheads of the men who are the hopeful elect that sigh and cry, man. Okay. So with that being said, I want to grab the very last precept that I have. All right, verse 16, Hebrews 11 chapter and 16 verse said, but now they desire a better country, that is in heavenly, wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city. All right, so the Most High prepared for us a city, and that city is set in a broad field, man. All right, but here's a catch. All right, and it said, and it's full of all good things, right? Verse 7, the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man go there at once. All right. So in order to get there, you got to go through the danger in order to get to that city. All right, which is full of all good things, man. Okay. Now, verse 8, it says, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So, you know, one man has to be in front of the other. All right. And that's why I made mention earlier about this precept concerning the apostle elders. All right. About, you know, it's been 30 years of counting since they've been on this thing. All right, doing the work. And it's like I got to put the phone down once again. All right, Slakia. I'm gonna read again. Verse 7 says, actually verse 8, Slakia. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So that's why I made mention earlier about the apostle elders, how they've been doing this work for 30 years and counting, because right now they're the one that's leading in the line of men that's following behind one another. All right, so that's why only one man can go at once. So one man in front of another, man. All right, which Lord's will, I'll make another video concerning this scripture, because this scripture, it's a really heavy, man. All right, it's a lot of descriptions, for lack of a better term, that goes into this precept. But continuing on, it says, verse 9, it says, if the city now were given to a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right, and I said, it is so, Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Then he said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. All right, so there it is, man. It says, so also this is Israel's portion, not talking about the other nations, man. All right, only Israel. Okay, so you got to go through the danger in order to get there, man. And that's that journey that it's talking about, man. That's the pilgrimage that we're been set on. Okay, we're going through this long journey as pilgrims, and we have to go through the danger which is set before us, man. The dangers of this place that we reside in right now, that we're strangers, residing as strangers and foreigners. That's why this place is called the Valley of the Shadow of Death, man. Everywhere you turn, it's nothing but death. It's either physical or spiritual. Basically this place is death on all levels. That's why we seek that the city that the Most High has prepared for us, man. So soon, very soon, the Lord's going to return and deliver us out of this place and bring us back to that city which is prepared for us, man. All right, bring us back to that country, which he's going to set us back in the land of Israel, man. All right. So with that, that pretty much wraps up this video. I know it took a little longer than what I had hoped, but it's all for edification for the body of Yahweh Shai, man. And Lord's will, you sincere Akim, who are the hopefully elect, were edified by this